Hey you guys, it's me, Harry the Chatterbox. I am so glad you all are here. Today starts off the review videos for Insecure Season 4. This season's theme is low-key. So it's low-key insecure for all the episodes, or low-key something for all the episode names. The first season was Insecure as Fuck. The last season, or season 2, was Hella Insecure, and then season 3 was Like. So everything was better like, or not so. It was a play on words. Okay, that's what I'm getting at. This season, though, we are getting into it, but I just want to do a little recap of the seasons before, because we forget things. We need to bring up back things that I went through and watched it all, so I can recap for episode 1 of season 4, just so I can have a refresher of all the fuck shit. So we're gonna do a little recap. Of course, I want you guys to subscribe and like the video, just so I know that you guys are enjoying the content I'm making, and every time I make a video, you're notified. But without further ado, let's get into the review. So in the first season, we meet all of the characters. We meet Issa, Lawrence, Molly are the 3 main characters of the entire show. So Issa, she's this awkward black woman. She works for a nonprofit foundation that works with kids. Her, do nothing boyfriend that is trying to get a business off the ground. And then Issa's best friend Molly, that comes off on paper really good, but her personal life is falling apart. Get to the juicy part of it. Issa ends up being a cheater. She ends up cheating with this guy from her past named Daniel, and Daniel is real fine, just personally to me. Team dark skin. And Issa ends up cheating with Daniel after, she evaluates her relationship with Lawrence. They kind of reconcile, because in the beginning of the season, they were having their issues. She was like, fuck that nigga, I don't really want to deal with him anymore, because I've been in a relationship for 5 years, and for 2 years of my relationship, I've been taking care of everything, and he doesn't do anything, and da-da-da-da. And honestly, bitches in real life get cheated on for less. Just saying. And and I think it was such a shocker, especially on social media, especially with Black Twitter, was because Issa was taking on a role that usually guys take on. Usually guys take on the role of, I'm a cheat, or I'm not really feeling this relationship no more, and I'm gonna kind of address it, but I'm not, and then I'm gonna ignore you and do whatever the fuck, and do some fuck shit, blah blah blah. We come back, we reconcile, but then I still fuck with the bitch that I was fucking with before we reconciled. But anyway, so they pulled that fuck shit. Molly was just dealing with things in the workplace, being a black, the microaggressions of being the only black woman in the workplace. Also, Molly's dating life was a fucking mess. So she was dating the guy, and she was always back and forth with this nigga. And the last time she went back and forth with him was because he had told her that he had experimented with his sexuality, and he had messed around with the guy before, and he didn't like it. So he only did it that one time, and he never thought about doing it again. He let a guy take his dick. He didn't like it, boom. And it brought up the question of black male sexuality, because as black people, the conversation around sexuality and gender, gender fluidity, sexual fluidity, it's taboo. It's just real taboo. It's not a thing. men always have to want to be with a woman, or always have had to have been with a woman to be real men, essentially, is what it is. But it's not really true. Like, say, women, especially black women, get to experiment with their sexuality and do whatever the fuck they want to. They can fuck girls, fuck guys, whatever the case may be, and nobody thinks twice about it. But when a black man does it, it's like, oh, is he gay? Is he not gay? Should I stay with them? He might want to be with a man one day. And it was essentially, he tried it, he didn't like it, so he moved on, girl. Like, and that's what a lot of y'all be doing. Like, y'all be with these whack ass niggas for a long time, and then y'all say, oh, I'm not dealing with niggas no more because niggas don't do me right. Y'all try dating a stud, it don't work out, and y'all go back to niggas, and nobody questions that shit. So yeah. So it was just like, it was very messy, but it was very, good conversation piece at the time. So season 2 was like the rebound season. Like, it was the season of rebounds. Like, Issa was trying to rebound, Lawrence was definitely rebounding with the bank girl. And this is when I became team Issa. Because in the beginning, I was team Lawrence. Because, like, Issa was clearly wrong. She shouldn't have did what she did, and she did it. And so she deserved the consequences. But, end of season 1, all of season 2, team Issa. Like, you came in with this 2 pump chump ass sex, and, caused confusion and mess. And then you was fucking on the bank girl, Tasha, giving her mixed signals. And the best line of that fucking season was when Tasha told Lawrence, "You're worse than a fuck nigga, cause you think you're a good guy and you're really a fuck nigga." I was like, yes, read him, sis, read him. Because he had, like, led her on to believe that they were going somewhere. And it really wasn't going nowhere. It wasn't giving anything. He was just coming over, fucking on the weekend, and going home during the week. And then they really wouldn't see each other. And then he tried to play like he really wanted to be with her, but he didn't. He just didn't. He was rebounding. He was on the rebound from Issa because he was still, dealing with his feelings with that. And it was cute, it was cool, whatever, we get it. Also in season 2, we have the conversation about the hoe phase. Because Issa was all about having a hotation. And Molly was fucking the married man, Dro. And the question is, do you have a hoe phase? Should you have a hoe phase? Have you had a hoe phase? Did you enjoy your hoe phase? Personally, I've had a hoe phase. Had a great time. But I also had a hoe phase for me because I came from a very sheltered background. So once it was like once I had the ability to do what I really wanted to do, and be in that and like kind of figure out myself and what I liked and what I didn't like, and all of those things, I came out of the hoe phase like, okay girl, we can't do this, but we can still have fun. And sometimes fuck these niggas, but we can't have as many niggas in rotation. Like, some of these niggas gotta go. Some of them gotta go. And so you kind of come to a point, at least for me anyway, like, okay, this is something this is what I can accept, this is what I can't accept. And I think that's really what, for me, a hoe phase should be. It should be you figuring out your sexuality and what you like and don't like. And maybe if you're a boy, maybe you like boys. Explore that. If you're a girl, maybe you like girls. Explore that. Or, polyamory. Whatever. Threesomes, gangbangs, trains, whatever, girl, do you. But figure out what you like. Maybe you like fetishes. Whatever the case may be. I feel like that's what a hoe phase is for, is to figure out the things that you like sexually and your sexuality and what you're comfortable with and what you're not. But that's a conversation. Put in the comments below. Did you have a hoe phase, girl? Did you enjoy your hoe phase? Are you in a hoe phase right now? What's the tea? So, now we go on to season 3. So, season 3 was basically like, everybody was getting their shit together. Quote unquote. So, Issa quit working at her job. We got y'all. She figured out, bitch, I don't want to be here no more. This is not serving me anything. When I try to do well, it backfires in my face. And so I'm just not gonna be here anymore. Which I felt like was a good decision for her, because I feel like, you know, in the seasons to come, she will figure out what she really wants to do and what really serves her. Molly is still on that fuck shit with niggas. Always. She just always is. She's struggling now though, because she's also moved jobs. She's working at a new black firm, and she's struggling because she's, you know, you can no longer use the excuse of microaggressions at work. It's just, you know, you may not be as good as you thought you were, girl. You're good, but you may not be as good as you thought you were, because now you're in a room of your peers and people that are just like you, and it's not working out the way you want it to. And if it's not working out the way you wanted it to, is there room for your life to look differently? And Molly, one thing I do enjoy about Molly is that, like, she started going to therapy. Now, she hasn't been taking therapy seriously because she's a whack ass bitch. I really think Molly is whack. Like, I don't like Molly as a friend for Issa at all. Like, it's real garbage. This season was also really about you know, friendships and boundaries and things that friends need to talk about. Because in this season, when the new guy that Issa is dating, Nathan, goes to her and he comes back around, Molly kind of oversteps her boundaries with the whole thing and basically tells Nathan not to come around. And when Molly mentions it to Issa gets really upset. She's like, why can't you just let me handle it for me? And Molly, even though I think her intentions were well, she tends to kind of think Issa can't take care of herself. Even though, granted, Issa is a fuck up. But I feel like a lot of times Molly be trying to, like, play Issa on the low. And that's the thing that doesn't sit well with me and Molly. Because she's a fuck ass friend. I really don't like Molly. Like, watching the seasons over, I'm like, oh, I really don't like Molly. She's kind of a horrible friend. Granted, Issa's not the best friend in the world. Issa is a fuck up, and sometimes she takes advantage of Molly's generosity and her love for her. But Molly constantly undermines any good idea that Issa has. She constantly goes behind Issa, and, you know, is just very condescending toward Issa sometimes, which I'm gonna talk about for this first episode of season 4, because, bitch, I was done with this. But then we have the greatest episode of all time, I think, in the series, was the episode that they went to Coachella. Beyonce or bust. Kelly is so fucking funny in this entire episode. She has some of the greatest one-liners. She's just really funny in this whole season 3 was really Kelly's season. Like, she really shined in season 3. And once again, bringing it back around to the whole friendship thing, Kelly and Tiffany, which is another one of their friends, they're really close. And they're close like Molly and Issa are close. And so Tiffany is pregnant now. And she kind of puts Kelly on the back burner for some of her other mommy friends. And Kelly really, like, mentions it. She's like, I don't have many other friends. And she was like, and I could have done all of these things for you, and this could have been something great, but yet you let your other friends kind of take over, and you kind of left me in the dust. And she kind of felt away about her pregnancy, because she was like, bitch, we were supposed to have a really good time, and Coachella ended up being a trash situation, because they all got high, ended up finding this white girl, and got put out of Coachella and missing Beyonce. And she was like, Coachella was supposed to be like kind of like the thing that was supposed to, like, you know, solidify us before this baby came. And she was like, and it didn't. And then with, you know, you letting this stranger bitch really, you know, come in and plan your baby shower and leaving me out of it, she was like, I felt away. And she was like, and you left me behind. And, you know, she was just really hurt. So I can't wait to see really how Kelly and Tiffany reconcile in season 4. Because Tiffany has the baby this season for this season 4. And it should be good. It should be good. Season 4, episode 1, it came out last Sunday. Let's talk about it. So, you know, new things, new us. Issa's over Lawrence. Oh, Lawrence over Issa. At the end of season 3, though, Issa ends up going to like this video film festival type of situation deal in Inglewood. And so she decides, I am going, now that I'm, you know, no longer, you know, employed with Gotcha, I'm gonna do my own thing and bring my own thing to my community because gentrification is happening and the culture is being lost. And so she goes into, you know, creating this block party, and she starts working with this girl. Now, at the end of season 3, this girl goes on a date with Lawrence. Beginning of season 4, her and Lawrence have been taking each other a little bit more seriously. Issa does not know this. Issa thinks this is just some random man that this girl knows, and, you know, she's just cheering on this whole relationship and, you know, oh girl, do you, let's lit, all of that. You know, being a good acquaintance, friends, whatever you want to call it. And she finds out that she's dating Lawrence. Now she finds out because the girl's name is Condola. Condola ended up meeting Lawrence at Tiffany's baby shower. And Tiffany didn't tell Issa. So it was just real shady. And when Tiffany kind of addressed it, she was like, oh, well, now it's all out in, you know, out in the open, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, girl, you should have mentioned this shit. Like, this shit, like, is not okay, the fact that you didn't mention that. And Issa is trying to be really good about it because, of course, her and Lawrence have not been together at this point for a while. And, you know, it's something that, you know, her working with Condola is really good for her. You know, a lot of the things that she's, you know, getting done with the block party, she wouldn't have been able to do. And she said in the episode herself that she wouldn't have been able to do without Condola. So, I think she just needed, you know, Issa needs this win. And so she's just really trying to work with Condola and not be petty about it, which kudos to fucking her. But see, Molly, raggedy ass Molly, she, at the end, there was a party. They had a mixer for all of the sponsors that were supposed to be sponsored the block party. And so, you know, Molly finds out that Condola is dating Lawrence at the mixer. And at the end of the mixer, she kind of goes in on Issa. Now, to preface this, Molly is also dating one of the guy that Issa dated last season, Nathan. Molly is dating his friend, Andrew. And her and Andrew have been dating, and you find that out in the first episode. And, you know, they're having a good time, and then they're going to the mixer for Issa's thing, and he tells her that, you know, oh, what are we going to go on another date? He said, oh, I can't go on Friday. I have something to do. I already have plans. She's like, oh, you have another date? And he was like, yeah. And so now she's feeling a way about that. And I've noticed in all of these seasons, whenever Molly don't like something going on in her life, she starts to project that shit on other people and starts to exude this like toxic ass energy. And it's like, girl, you going to therapy, but obviously you're not taking this shit serious. Because if you were, you wouldn't be spewing all this toxic energy, especially to somebody that you supposedly care so much for. Because the way she went in on Issa when she found out that Condola was dating Lawrence was real shady to me. She basically told Issa, she was like, at this point, I just feel like you like the mess. You know, your life ain't gotta be this messy, right? Girl, I'm trying to have a working relationship with somebody. And the fact that this person is dating somebody that I used to date has nothing to do with this shit. And I'm trying to be okay with it. And the fact that you coming around being negative and shit don't help nothing, girl. It really don't. So I wasn't feeling Molly. And I feel like I'm not going to feel Molly for the rest of this season, especially after they like kind of gave you a foresight into it when Issa was on the phone and she was like, I don't really fuck with Molly no more. Good for you, sis. I don't either. So that is all for season 4, episode 1. Hope you guys enjoy my little synopsis of the previous 3 seasons, and I hope you guys are here every week for a review of the episode. I will most likely be posting the day before, because the new episodes air every Sunday, so I'm probably maybe post every Friday or Saturday, and give you all guys a review and my thoughts on the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you on the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, because you could have been anywhere else on the internet, but you decided to watch me. Bye!